Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome back to this special edition of Talkin and Grubbin. I'm back with more of my top 10 GOAT Super Bowl champions. At number 4, I have the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens were looking for their first winning season ever since Art Modell unceremoniously did the Cleveland fans dirty by relocating the Browns to Baltimore a few years earlier. They had Brian Billick as the head coach, Ray Lewis, who was instantly becoming one of the best defensive players in the NFL, and Marvin Lewis as the defensive coordinator. In the offseason, GM Ozzie Newsome made some bold moves to put the Ravens in a better position to win. The biggest move he made was acquiring two-time Super Bowl champion tight end Shannon Sharpe from the Broncos. He also signed veteran QB Trent Dilfer from the Bucks, and he signed defensive tackle Sam Adams from the Seahawks. The Ravens felt like they were finally ready to roll and start winning, and they rolled into the 2000 season with a lot of confidence. They started off pretty good, winning their first 5 out of 6 games, but there was a major issue going on with the team. They couldn't score an offensive touchdown. The defense were pitching shutouts in order for the Ravens to win. But they found out what their main issue was. It was the quarterback, Tony Banks. As he couldn't hit open receivers, whether it was down the field, he couldn't even hit them on short passes. So, in the middle of a home game against the Tennessee Titans, the Ravens' then division rival, Billick made a bold move by starting Trent Dilfer. Now, Trent Dilfer didn't fare any better as the Ravens lost the game at home, but Billick and his staff were on to something. And also, they decided to feature rookie running back Jamal Lewis, who they drafted in the 5th round out of Tennessee that year, and just make the run game the main engine of their offense. And once Jamal Lewis started doing his thing in the run game, the offense just took off like a smooth car. And the Ravens ended up finishing the season on a 7-game winning streak. They finished with a 12-4 record, second in the AFC Central, with the number 4 overall seed in the AFC. And of course, the Ravens had the best defense in the NFL that year, anchored by Defensive Player of the Year Ray Lewis, also Rod Woodson, Adams, and the late Terry Goose Serengeti. I hope I said his name right. If I didn't, I apologize. But they were top 10 in almost every defensive category. They were second in total defense, giving up 247 yards per game. They were 8th against the pass, giving up 187.3 yards per game. They were first against the run as they gave up 60.6 rushing yards per game. They were first in points allowed, giving up a historic 10.3 points per game. But they were 22nd in sacks as they finished with 35 sacks that averaged to 2.1 sacks per game. But they were first in takeaways as they ended up finishing with 49 takeaways. Now, their offense definitely was a lot less to be desired, as they were 16th in total offense, averaging 300.4 yards per game. They were 22nd in passing, with averaging 175.9 passing yards per game, but they were 5th in rushing as they averaged 137.4 yards per game. They were 16th in passing touchdowns as they finished with 20 passing TDs that equal to 1.2 TDs per game, and they were 25th in rushing TDs with only 9 rushing TDs, which averaged out to 0.5 rushing TDs per game, and they were 14th in total points as they averaged 20.8 points per game. Now, the Ravens not only felt confident that they could do something in the playoffs, they ultimately felt that they could win a Super Bowl. And that quest was going to start as they had to win 4 playoff games to achieve that goal. And they dominated, thanks to the defense, the Denver Broncos in the wild card game 21-3. Then a big test awaited for them in the divisional round, as they had to go up against not only the AFC Central champions, but the defending AFC champion Tennessee Titans on the road in Nashville. And the Ravens definitely responded, as the defense came up clutch once again. They blocked the kick, returned it for a touchdown, but Ray Lewis, his strip of all-pro running back Eddie George, and returning it to the house, ultimately sealed the game for the Ravens, as they won in Tennessee 24-10 to advance to the AFC Championship game. They dominated the Oakland Raiders thanks to the defense, and the offense contributed enough for a 16-3 win to advance to their first Super Bowl in franchise history. They were going up against the NFC champion Giants, who just pitched a shutout against the Vikings in the NFC Championship game. But the Ravens, they were not fazed by that, as they pretty much dominated Super Bowl 35 in Tampa, largely thanks to the defense, as they got a lot of key turnovers, including a couple of pick sixes, as they dominated 34-7 for their first Super Bowl title in franchise history. Ray Lewis was named Super Bowl MVP, as he contributed for 5 combined tackles and 4 pass deflections. A couple of those led to turnovers. Also, Trent Dilfer, he was pretty pedestrian, as he finished with 12 of 25, 153 yards and a touchdown. Jamal Lewis, he balled out with 102 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. Also, the Ravens special teams got a punt return for a touchdown. And the Ravens just dominated the Giants from start to finish to win their first Super Bowl. Their first for the city of Baltimore ever since the Colts. And the rest is history. The reason why I picked the 2000 Ravens, yeah, as a Browns fan, it pained me that they moved, but I can't take away their talent. They were very talented. They had one of the best, if not one of the best defenses ever, with Ray Lewis, with Woodson, with Adams, with Saragusa. That's his name. My apologies for messing up his name. And they did something historic, which hasn't been done since, holding teams to 10 points. Wow, that is rare in today's NFL, especially with the rules favoring the offense more. Also, yeah, they talked a lot of trash, but they backed it up, and they were definitely dominant. So the 2000 Ravens were definitely one of the best teams in NFL history. All right, that's 7 down, 3 more to go. What do you think about the 2000 Ravens? Do you think they belong on this list, or do you think they don't belong on this list? Leave your comments in the comment section. Till next time, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. Salute.